Hello, friends, and welcome to Email Marketing Thursday. I'm your host, Kerry, Knoll, and thank you so much again for tuning into today's episode. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to add multiple sending email addresses inside of ActiveCampaign. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And if you like this video and get some value out of it, please hit the like or thumbs up as well, whether that's on YouTube or LinkedIn or on Facebook. So again, we're going to be covering how to add multiple sending email addresses and actual physical addresses inside of ActiveCampaign. So let me share my screen and show you how that works. So inside my ActiveCampaign account, we're just here on the dashboard or the overview, and where you're going to end up going is to settings. And once you click on settings, you're going to go to addresses. And addresses, you can see I have tons of different addresses in here for different businesses, because the real reason that you want to be able to add email addresses or sending addresses, physical addresses as well, inside of your ActiveCampaign account is so you can have multiple businesses inside of one ActiveCampaign account. And you don't have to have a separate ActiveCampaign account per business, right? So you can see here I have tons of different businesses with some of the same addresses. This is a PO box essentially that I use for different business names. So I have a sending address for each one of those, and I can apply those to any of the emails or automations I want. So let me show you how to actually add a new sending email address, right? So you won't see an option in this settings list to actually set up a sending email address. The way you have to do that is literally through an email. So if we're inside of like campaign or email designer here, what we would do is once we click this little gear icon for settings, we have the from email address right here and the reply to. If we wanted to set up a new one, we would just put in a new email address. Let's just say for fun, I wanted to use like one that I haven't used. Let me think of one that might work, like support@growthhackmindset.com. Okay. So if I do this, let me see if it's going to work, because I'm not sure. I might have already used this, and if I did, then this is not going to work. So I click close. Let me bring it back up. It's not okay. So that one must be one I've already used. Let me do, I think it's going to show me which ones I haven't. Let me just try a Gmail. See if that makes any difference. It also might not work until I actually save the actual email itself. So let's try that. A free email provider. You should never use a Gmail account like that or a Yahoo account, but I just want to use it for testing purposes here. Let's go in, hit save and exit. And then let me go back into it and see if it gives me an issue. No. Okay. Usually what'll happen is it'll prompt me and tell me, let me try this one. KerryKnoll.com. This is very strange. Usually it'll tell you need to verify, and there's a link and you have to click it within this in order to utilize it. So maybe I've used all these at some point or another, huh? That's interesting. But then again, maybe it's just because it's not doing it for whatever reason, this particular automation or email. Let's take a peek again. But normally what you would do is you would just add a different sending email address there, like I'm showing you. It's still not showing. Okay. And you would usually see a warning message right below this that would say, please confirm this email address in order to send from this email address. And then you have to click the link, and it would send you over to send an email to your account that you've put in here, right? This email account, and you'd have to click the verify link in that email in order for ActiveCampaign to allow you to mail from that email address, right? Because otherwise I could put anything in here I wanted to. I could put in, Bill at Microsoft, Bill Gates at Microsoft.com, right? I mean, and that should, I could spoof somebody then, and I shouldn't be allowed to do that, right? So this should never allow me to go forward with that. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but it normally will do something different. It'll show you an error like this, but there won't be an error that says from email must be a valid email. It'll say this email address has not been approved or verified. And then you must click the link, and it'll send you an email, and it'll verify the email. But that's how you add a new email sending address. But you definitely also want to consider setting up a verified verified physical address for new businesses as well, right? So if I want to put this back in here, let's just put it back to where it was. And then let's close it. Let's click next. And then down here is where you have your addresses, right? And so right now it's default to Growth Hack Mindset, my business. But if I wanted to select any of the ones I had, I could add any of the ones that I've already added to the addresses section. Now, if you want to add one directly here, you can do that as well. You can click on add new address, and then it'll prompt you, and you can select the country, company name, address one, line two, city, state, and zip, and click add and add a brand new one. So always be aware of that. Like if you're setting up a new campaign or an automation or something for a different business within your ActiveCampaign account, don't forget that the address at the bottom of every email will be whatever's selected here. And if you have a default one, it'll be the default one selected. So if I come back here and I look at these, see this one over here on the right for Growth Hack Mindset's my default. So if I create a new campaign, let's say for All Vegas Basketball Club, it's going to default it to Growth Hack Mindset business address, not All Vegas. Doesn't know that. So I'd have to select it and make sure I select it in this drop down from the list. I would have to add it here. So therefore it would be set up right. So that's all there is to it, but I just wanted to share with you how to do that. So you do not need to have a separate ActiveCampaign account per business. You simply just need to add various physical mailing addresses and or different sending emails from sending email addresses in each of the campaigns or automations that you want to have a different business associated to. So there you have it. That's it. That's all there is to it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you can, please hit the subscribe button at YouTube and the bell notification, and hit the like if you like this video. And I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much.